And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the second day of the Elite Eight right here on the Reviewing Network Live Madden 25 tournament. We already have two teams that have already punched their ticket to the Final Four. That happened last week when the Browns beat the Seattle Seahawks, and of course the Cowboys beat the Cardinals. So with this first game here, the Bengals at the Saints, we're going to find out where we stand in terms of where the teams are going to go. Simply, it goes like this. If the Cincinnati Bengals are able to win today, we've got ourselves a Battle of Ohio heading into next week, as the Bengals will meet the Browns in one of the final four games. But if the Saints win, it'll be the Cowboys at the Saints, and whoever wins the Miami 49ers game would be going to Cleveland. So there's only one way to find out how this is going to play out. Let's take you out to Caesars Superdome, where the Madden 25 Championship will be 2 weeks from today, and where the Super Bowl was last month, as we join Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis for the first game of today's doubleheader finale in the Elite Eight, the Cincinnati Bengals at the New Orleans Saints.
Today, from the Superdome in New Orleans, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints versus Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from the Superdome. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Right to the air is Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I continue to go in that direction because right now they get the defense back on their heels.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second and 9. To throw his Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Carr to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it to 26. Here come the Bengals. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story. And what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, They're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Brown. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Brown once more. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Williams now to return it. Williams now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake. Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebacks for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Carr. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now 3rd down and very long. Now Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball out to punt for New Orleans. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's Brown on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Second and 6. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. Right back to Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now it's Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, good start for him in this one here, the 1st quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. A last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Carr. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Kamara off the draw, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Now Carr. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Carr now on 1st down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Carr now to throw. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And his kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Yoshivas. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go.
2nd and 7. And the give to Brown on the option. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This is Brown going up the middle, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10.
Big 13.
An inside give, Brown. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. McPherson's kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So his first half, that's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr on the check down. He finds Kamara. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. Here's Williams to return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Burrow looking to pass. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Third down, here's Brown. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now Burrow to throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Little short pass here to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 7. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Stop.
He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds. Will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard.
Yeah, don't let that score fool you. Cincinnati has been playing much better in this game than New Orleans has as we come to halftime with a 16-9 lead for the Bengals, and let's take a look at some halftime stats. And yeah, you can see it right here. The Cincinnati Bengals have been dominating in this game. They had the one takeaway. They've had the most passing yards, the rushing yards, and yet it's only a 16-9 game. But then again, this is kind of a similar score to what we saw last time with them against the Raiders. They didn't really do much. Neither team really did until the second half got going. So brace yourself, because this could turn out to be a very, very interesting game. Really, we don't know which direction this is going to go, but as I said at the beginning, if the Bengals are able to hold on to this lead, they are going to be heading to Cleveland next week in the Final Four. And if New Orleans somehow comes back and wins this game, it'll be the Cowboys and the Saints. And then the winner of the Miami-San Francisco game would be going to Cleveland. So, and of course, after this, 2 weeks from now, we'll be back in this very same building for the Madden 25 championship game, which of course is at the Caesar Superdome, where Super Bowl 59 was held. That's going to be on March the 30th. But as I said before, this could get very interesting as this game goes on, because of the games that we've had in this tournament. The Bengals have been involved in the lowest scoring ones at halftime. There hasn't been a whole lot of points early on in the games between the Cincinnati Bengals and both the Raiders and also now the Saints. But as we saw with the Raiders game, they can score pretty quickly. So we'll definitely see what happens here. It could make for a very interesting second half here. So let's not waste any more time. Let's take you back out to the Superdome with Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis and get this second half going.
Set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Back to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow able to find Higgins. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 32-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Again, it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They left off from the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Carr.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run, and at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. To throw his Carr.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On play action, now Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, it's Carr. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I know it's a phrase that sounds really cool, strip sack, but all we're talking about is getting to the guy, getting to the passer, making the tackle, making the play, but do a little bit extra, right? Stripping the ball out, working the arm free. That's become a big emphasis for all defenders.
Yeah, and as a defender with the emphasis, this is something that's practiced.
Practiced all the time. Taking the ball away, creating turnovers. That's really job one for any defense because that's how you win in today's NFL. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second down and 6 now. Now Burrow. Being chased out left. And Burrow going to
slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now 2nd and 5.
Big 13.
Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They will toss to Brown. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Right back to Brown.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
3rd down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
2nd down and 8.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
Kamara with a run on 1st down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
McPherson on for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Valdez-Scantling in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And as they come to the lines, here now, 2nd and 4. Now Carr. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Over this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Carr. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Carr completes it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr to throw again. He completes it to Olave. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Carr now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Hill. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Again, it's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. 3rd down and 6. Carr. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. On 1st down, Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Carr now on 1st down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got room at the 30. He's got room to roam. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Carr will look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Second down and a yard.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They give it to Brown. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Burrow going for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Time running short here in the 4th quarter. You're down 3 scores. And I think you've got a defense here saying we just need to prevent the home run. So a good, smart offensive coordinator can use that as an advantage. And that's a nice throw there to pick up the first down.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Trey Hendrickson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On second down, here's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So here's a 3rd and 14. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. This is Brown going up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 2nd and 7. An inside give, Brown. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here is 3rd and 5. On the handoff, this is Brown. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos.
Well, I think like last time around, the Cincinnati Bengals proved that the second half is definitely their best time to play football. And just like the New Orleans Saints in 2024, the first game they were in, they looked like one of the best teams in football. Second game, they look like the second half of the season. But the Bengals dominating performance in this matchup here. They win by the final score of 47-24. It wasn't even close in this matchup, not even by a long shot. But yeah, the Bengals are moving on to the Final Four, and that means as we see the Saints right here for the last time leaving the stadium and knowing that they're not going to be back here 2 weeks from tonight with the Madden 25 championship. But as I was saying before, that means we've got ourselves a matchup in the Final Four set, and that is the Battle for Ohio. The Cincinnati Bengals will take on the Cleveland Browns, with the winner returning to this building 2 weeks from today in the Madden 25 championship, playing the winner of the Dallas game against either Miami or San Francisco, depending on who's going to win that game coming up. So, as you take a look at the stats right here, those are the final stats for for both the Saints and the Bengals, and that's going to wrap this one up. Not even close in this one. So that means 3 down, 1 more to go. Where is Dallas going next Sunday? We're going to find out next. The Miami Dolphins will take on the San Francisco 49ers at 3 o'clock to fill out the final spot in the Final Four. Who's it going to be? Stay tuned to find out.